Hey everybody, Leumeria here, and I've been asked to share a testimonial about my experience on X39, why I started using it, and what was going on. So, just a little bit of background of me. I serve as an ordained minister. I am a transformational life coach, wellness coach, and mentor. I have been teaching yoga for over 20 years. I've always been a very healthy person. I've always had a lot of flexibility and been very athletic and have always lived a very, very healthy life. So, a couple of years ago, I was sitting in my car waiting for a friend of mine, and a car suddenly slammed into the driver's side where I was sitting and pinned me in my car. I could actually look over and see their passenger, and we were practically shoulder to shoulder. That sent a little bit of trauma through my body, the impact of that accident, but I didn't notice anything extraordinarily concerning. But it did total out my car. The next week, I was in a rent-a-car. I was sitting in traffic, and somebody slammed into the back of the rent-a-car. This is like 4 days later. Now, this accident actually sent a lot of trauma throughout my spine and sent me into therapy for over a year and a half. Now, what happened to me was that I had extreme lumbar trauma. So I was really locked up in my lower back, to the point where when I'd sit down, I was in pain. When I stood up, I was in pain. I could not stand up straight. I was bent over like an old person. And this was inconceivable for someone like me who had always enjoyed a lot of flexibility. I also had extreme sciatica. And so I had pain shooting from my hip all the way down the right side of my body. So I was in a lot of pain. The sciatica kept me up at nighttime, so I couldn't sleep very well. And during the daytime, I had extreme lumbar pain, so my lower back was giving me a lot of pain. So I was in chronic pain. The therapy was really great. I was in chiropractic, acupuncture therapy, massage therapy, and other modalities. And it gave me temporary relief, but nothing really gave me permanent relief. So about 2 years later, I ran into a friend of mine who told me about the X39 stem cell activation patch. And she explained to me that this patch, when I put it on my body, sends a frequency of light, a wave, to the body, because the patch has crystals, organic crystals, that are frequency impregnated crystals, and they send a light wave and they activate this peptide in the body that is scientifically known to activate and regulate your body's stem cells. So when we put the patch on, right away the body starts making new stem cells and activates these old stem cells, and they start to behave like young stem cells. These older stem cells become young again. So there's a age reversal that happens in the body. So she said, you need to try this for at least 90 days. At least 90 days. And I said, I will, because I've been in pain for a really long time. And if it takes a year to get me out of pain, for me, it's worth it, because I don't want to live a lifetime of pain. That's not acceptable way of living for me. So I'm on. So I invested $100 a month into my patches, and I started patching on a daily basis. Now, I recently found a video that I did back then, and it was after 30 days of being on the X39 patch, and I was giving a testimonial about my 30-day experience. And I was so happy, and my energy was bright, and I was uplifted, and I was feeling better. I still had the pain. Everything had not gone away, but I had more energy. I was sleeping a little better. I was just feeling better. And so I kept going. When I hit my 90 days, I just kept going. I still had lower back pain. I was still locked up. I still had the sciatica, but I knew something subtle was happening, and I'm just going to keep going. So I kept going. When I hit my 5th month, I noticed that the sciatica was gone. It was just gone, and it never came back. It never came back. So I started sleeping pain-free, and that was a miracle for me. And then a few weeks after that, my lower back pain completely stopped. It was gone. It was just gone. And it never, ever came back. Now that, for me, again, that's my miracle. So my flexibility came back. You know, I of course, after 2.5 years or more, I was stiff because I hadn't really been able to move like that. But I could start to bend. I had my spine could start doing this, whereas before it was just it couldn't even do this. It was just a stiff as a board. So I could start to work on my flexibility. And now, my flexibility has returned completely, and I have not had any sciatica. I have not had any back pain, and my life is just 100% improved. I'm happier, I'm healthier, I'm so grateful for this technology that allows me to activate my body's stem cells. Now, there may have been things going on in my body that I didn't even know were going on in my body, but my body knows. My body's intelligence knows, and it can send those stem cells wherever they need to go for healing and repair. So maybe that first 5 months, my body might have been working on something that it considered to be more important than working directly on the sciatica and the back pain, but everything is connected. I don't know. All I know is it's gone, and my life, my quality of life is amazing. I have an amazing LifeWave business. I started working as a brand partner in this business. I've introduced many people to this technology, and I have heard many miraculous testimonials. So if you're considering using this technology, it is 100% safe, 100% effective, and it's easy, it's affordable. It's so much more affordable than getting those stem cell injections, which will cost you thousands of dollars, and one injection, and it may or may not work for you. And there may be some side effects to that. This technology has no side effects because your body is doing everything. Your body is making its own stem cells. Your body is doing all the healing. You're not doing anything except using some low-level light therapy to stimulate the body to do what it naturally knows how to do, but has lost that ability over time. We're just waking that back up again. So, good luck to you and your whole healing journey. I wish you all the best and have an absolutely magical day. I hope this helps. Bye-bye.